Morning. It's getting close to midday actually, and it's been all go. As I said, this is errands week, and 2 parcels arrived. 1, Christmas presents. 2, what you can possibly hear in the background, which is my dehumidifier. This flat gets very damp. And so I've bought a dehumidifier and it's running now, and I'm so excited. Here she is. It's teeny, I'm aware, but I don't want to have a huge appliance to store in the house. Although, because I've been storing, I bought this over a year ago, this light. I haven't put it up yet. So I've just been storing an unused outside light, but yeah, this is running because as you can see, I live in the roof, and as you can also see, that wall is struggling, and this is what I refer to as the loft. This is my sort of storage. I'm pleased to see the Christmas tree box does fit in it, but this is suitcases, a wet vac, obviously a canal trug, wet vac, actually 2 wet vacs because I've got the Karcher wall and window cleaner. I've got my like upholstery cleaner. Anyway, that's the loft, and it especially in there, it gets very damp. Actually, I'm going to take that out so we can get more airflow. I don't normally keep it open, but trying to get some air circulating in here. So this is, as I said, this is the new thing. I keep turning it off and looking in the tank. There is water in it. What is weird, it says, can do up to a 20-meter square room. Number 1, I find that hard to estimate. Number 2, I live in one big room, so I'm trying to count the like the bedroom. Even though there's no wall, I can't close a door. Anyway, it's better than nothing, right? If there is liquid in the tank, it has taken something out of the air. Yeah, this is the upstairs view. Wednesday is house cleaning day. I have popped out. I had one errand outside of the house, and I've done, which is that my bicycle is back in commission after several weeks. I was worried it had a puncture. It actually just had a flat. Just the air had escaped naturally as opposed to vacating through a hole. So I got that sorted, but I went off to a bike shop, and I was prepared to spend quite a lot of time or some longer time for them to fix it, but they were just like, we'll just pump it up for you. And they were very kind and helpful, because I'm very new to cycling still. So my bicycle is back in commission, which makes my life a lot easier and also cheaper because I don't have to pay for the bus now. So my bike is back in commission. That I thought might take like an hour and a half, took 30 minutes. And of course I had to wheel my bike there, but I could cycle home. 'Cause on the way I was like, God, this is a long walk. This is annoying. Because it was a long-ish walk and I had to push a bicycle, and then going home, I was on a bike and I didn't have to push a bike, so that was even better. So my bike is fixed. My dehumidifier, not a humidifier, it's literally the opposite of what we need. I love when people are like, I need to buy a humidifier, and I'm like, no one wants that in the UK. That is an American product. Yeah. So my dehumidifier is running, my parcel of presents has arrived, my parcel of craft stuff is out for delivery, but to the shop, not to my house, so I'm gonna have to pick that up when that does come through. So I'm gonna have the rest of the day is now at home. It's house cleaning day. I'm very much on top of the house. I was watching Boat Times Vlogmas, and they were saying that they've been watching Zoella's Vlogmas, and that they found that comforting, because she was like, yeah, my house is just a disaster, like there's no tidying happening in Vlogmas. And I was like, oh, I'm actually really on top of my house at the moment, which is possibly why this isn't the most thrilling content, but like, it's not like I'm tidying the house in lieu of doing other things. And I was never going to be like, right, for Vlogmas, I'm going to do an activity a day. You can see my Christmas jumpers have come out. Yeah, I was never going to be like, here are all the Christmassy things I'm going to do. It's very much just practice for getting videos done. And yeah. And it's losing me subscribers. But hey, the point wasn't to gain subscribers. The point was to get in the habit of making videos. I don't know, I was going to say there's a cat, but she's disappeared. She can run around the back of the wardrobe, so that's often where she is. You know, it'd be really good if this had a tank you could see into. I could do a time lapse of the tank, but it doesn't. It's a sealed, like, solid unit. I'm very happy with it. And it's got an air purifier in it, which I don't know if I need, but I don't dislike having that. Yeah, it's a very sleek little item. So all in all, I'm very happy. Got a bicycle, got a working bicycle and a dehumidifier. And what more can a woman want? Her health. Okay, bye. The thing about riding my bicycle is I have to do a low ponytail. And I don't like it. I said I was staying at home, but I am. But I realised I could take 2 parcels on my bike because there's a Royal Mail drop-off locker thing. So I didn't even have to get off the bike. I mean, I did, but technically I could have just cycled up and remained on the bike, put them in the locker and cycled off again. So I did that. And I was out so little time that the fan in my bathroom, which is turned on by the light, and no matter how short amount of time you're using the light for, sets the fan off. The fan then lasts for at least 15 minutes. 15 minutes, I think, and it's still going. So it was a very swift journey, and I've cleaned the kitchen and the bedroom, and I've got the bathroom and in here to do, but in here it was mainly dusting. Hello, voiceover Rosie here. Haven't done one of these in a few days because it involves going over to the other side of the room to get the microphone, and often I can't be bothered. These hats, I finished them, I washed them, they had dried and they needed their ends sewn in, so I did a little time lapse, and I'm actually quite pleased with how much of this is in frame, so those are now available for sale on my website, and they'll be at Tash and Tanya. Oh, probably tomorrow. I put the mince pies in the cake stand. Yes, they're shop bought. It's still fancy. And because it's the week before Christmas, I have switched to Morrison's The Best mince pies. Bing. And I have some Bird and Blend gingerbread chai, so I'm going to have that instead of my... Oh my goodness, it's still in date, instead of my almost certainly out of date generic Christmas tea bags. Nectarine, white peach, and lemon verbena. That's what we've got today. And yesterday we had orange yuzu and pineapple, I think is pamplemousse. And that's a tiny Cabbage Patch Kid. At the beginning of the month, I pulled out some Christmas books I have that I have never read, and this is the first one I started, and I've just finished it. I think I have had this book. Okay, well, I obviously haven't had it since before it came out, because that would be ridiculous. But it was first published in 2016, and I think I've had it probably since 2017. I'm pretty sure I got it at Yalk one year. And it is I'll Be Home for Christmas, which is a collection of stories from kind of YA level stories. And they are in conjunction with Crisis. So they're kind of all about home and Christmas. Crisis, of course, being the homelessness charity that does work all year round, but it's very famous for its Crisis at Christmas campaign. So yeah, I have read this. It shouldn't have taken 17 days, but it has. Although, 17 days from starting is not bad, considering that I've had it 8 years. So I have finished this. I mean, as with all short story collections, it is kind of mixed, and because of the topic, quite fairly, some of them were quite depressing. One was like a proper horror one that just had a really bleak ending, which was not for me. And other ones were like, oh, this one's got a really optimistic ending, which was much more for me. So I finished it, and I am now 8 years on, going to give it to the charity shop, and I will try and do that this week because it would be topical. Yeah, and I think I've got 2 other books. One is a, you know, is it the British Library? Yeah, it is British Library. One of their murder mystery republications, but it's all Christmas mysteries. And I've read one of those before. And I also have Lizzie Huxley Jones' Under the Mistletoe with You, and I've read the first one of those, and I cannot for the life of me remember what it's called. But I've read their first Christmas romance, and I got myself Under the Mistletoe with You last year. I wrapped it up and put it under the tree for myself, and then didn't read it. So I might go for that one next, because I've just done short stories. And then I might do some, it's called Crimson Snow. Might do some murder later on. I've had a very quiet evening because I'm just really sleepy today. So I had a really early shower. I cleaned the house. I haven't done in here, but I'm kind of on top of in here, so it's fine. Yeah, well, that's me. I'm probably going to watch a Vlogmas and knit now. Yeah, and I finished a book. It's very exciting to get something out of one's house, isn't it? I got a dehumidifier in, a book out. It's all balanced.